Hello everyone. Our today's topic is types of clustering. So, what is a clustering here? It is a group of objects that objects in a group are similar to one another and different from the objects in another group. Okay. So, if we have some data points here like this. Okay, these are different data points I have. So now I'm going to make these data points into groups, which means cluster 1, cluster cluster 2, cluster 3, and this is last cluster. Okay, this is cluster 4. Here I have some different group of objects. So which means group of objects in the sense it's a cluster, right? This is one group of objects, this is another group of object, this is third, fourth. Here different group of objects, groups of objects are there. A single group of object is called a cluster. Okay, now we are going to know about the objects within a cluster. The objects within a cluster is similar to one another. Okay, let us check. So these are all the green dots, isn't it? The size is same, color is same, shape is same, isn't it? So these are, so if you'll observe this particular group of objects, so each and every data object, okay, are similar to one another within this group, isn't it? Okay, that is, and one more point is also there. These data points, this group data points are dissimilar, different to other groups of other cluster data points. Okay, yes, these are the color, these data points color is green, but these data points color is pink, isn't it? So the best one of the feature is color. So the two groups color is different. So this is belongs to one group, this is belongs to another group. This is one cluster, this is another cluster. So what is clustering here? Clustering, it is a group of objects. Okay, this is a group of objects, and that objects within a group are similar to one another. This point is similar to this one, and this one. This point is similar to this one, and similar like that. Okay, these cluster data, cluster 1 data points are similar to one another, and these data points are different from, okay, group 2, group 3, and group 4, and group 4, which means cluster 1, cluster 2, cluster 3, right? So cluster 1 data points are different from cluster 2, cluster 3, cluster 4. Why? Because these data points are in green color, but these are pink, these are violet, and these are some orange, isn't it? So this is about the clustering here, right? And we are having here, there are the types of clusters. The types of clusters are actually here we have 5 types, sorry, 3 types. What are those? Hierarchical versus partitional, exclusive versus overlapping versus fuzzy, and complete versus partitional. Okay, so but individually here you have totally 7 number of clusterings are there. How come? So first one is what is it is hierarchical. Hierarchical clustering is one type. Second type is partitional clustering. Okay, third type is exclusive clustering. Fourth type is overlap clustering. Fifth type is fuzzy clustering. And sixth type is complete clustering. Finally, partial clustering. So these are the 7 types of clusterings are there. But while discussing, okay, at the same time here we are going to discuss about the differences in between these two. Okay, that's why we make it as 3 types, isn't it? Okay, there are totally 7 types of clusterings are there. Now we'll see one by one. Now the first type of clustering is hierarchical clustering, right? What is hierarchical clustering? A division of data points, data objects into non-overlapping subsets such that each data object is exactly in one subset. Okay, for example, assume this is one cluster. Okay, okay. Assume these are the data points I have in my data set. Now, okay, let me divide these data points into groups. These data points into 2 groups. Okay, right. So this is one group and this is one group. I may take this is okay, this is another group. And here okay. Now I can divide these total data points into 2 groups. Right, this is one group and this is another group. Again, I may divide these data points into 2 groups. one group and another group. Okay, this is one, this is one. Again, I can divide these data points into two groups. Okay, like this. Okay, this is the actual hierarchical clustering. So what I have done here, just okay, the total data points from a single cluster, I can be divided into, okay, number of subsets, subset 1, subset 2, subset 3, subset 4, like that, in a tree structure, in a tree structure. So if whenever you need to combine, whenever you want to combine all the children, okay, child nodes data points in level wise, then you may get this, you may get this overall the cluster, right? This is a hierarchical clustering representing of a data points, okay, in what level by level, like a tree structure, isn't it? So here no data points are left, no data points are left. Okay, so what is this point? All the data objects, all the data objects in the total, the cluster, in the cluster is exactly coming under one subset, right? But one more point also there, these clusters are not overlapped with one another, not overlapped with one another. Yes, okay. So we can divide the data points by using these different points, by considering these points, right? This is a hierarchical clustering example. Now, what is the second one? Second type is partitional clustering. Partitional clustering. What is partitional clustering here? So, partitional clustering is a division data objects into non-overlapping subsets. Here also, dividing of data points, data objects into non-overlapping subsets or clusters, such that each data object is exactly in one subset. Okay, while dividing the data points, you may have multiple number of data points like this. If you see this diagram, here we have one example. In this example, all the data points are, okay, framed into a clusters, isn't it? Cluster 1, cluster 2, assume this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 5. Total how many number of clusters? Here total we have 5 number of clusters. The total data points are divided into 5 number of clusters, but 2 points are left over here. These 2 points are also called as outliers. Outliers. Maybe these two not belonging to any of the cluster, or these have some few features. I mean, this may belongs to some features belong to cluster 2, some features belong to cluster 4, means we can't accept this kind of data points into these two. Why? Because here we are not going to use any kind of overlapping, right? Here we must avoid the overlapping from these data points. That's why these data points identified as a outliers here. Okay, this kind of clustering is called partitional clustering. Partitional clustering is making the groups on a given data set, but those groups are not overlapped with one another. Most probably all the data points coming onto that clusters, but some points may missed out. So that's why this particular kind of clustering is called partitional clustering, because here some points, 2 points are left over, right? So that's why this kind of clustering is called a partitional clustering. It's not a complete clustering. Next, coming to the next one. Next one is a exclusive clustering. What it is? Exclusive clustering. Exclusive clustering in the sense, so based on your data points, you can make all the data points into individual groups. Individual groups. For example, okay, here these are my data points, right? Assume these are my data points. So exclusively you can make these data points into groups, clusters. So this is one cluster, cluster 2, okay, cluster 3, cluster 4, cluster 5, cluster 6, cluster 7, and so on, and so on. See the definition of this one. What is the definition of this? In exclusive clustering, each data object is assigned to a single cluster. First of all, in first wave, each data object is assigned as a single cluster. Here I have total, how many number of data points I have? 6 plus 6, 12 data points are there. How many clusters I have framed here? 6 number of clusters. Right, isn't it? So 6, so total 12 number of total 12 number of data points are there. So now automatically 12 number of clusters, I can make these all as 12 number of clusters. This is about exclusive clustering. Coming to overlapping clustering. Overlapping in the sense, okay, the name, within that name itself, it can say that data points are belonging to a more than one cluster. The data points, features of data points are belonging to the more than one cluster. That kind of clusters are called the overlapping clusters. For example, here how many number of clusters are there with us? Total 6 clusters are there. One, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 clusters are there. Okay, so among these 6 clusters, 6 is overlapped with 5, 5 is overlapped with 3 and 2, and 4 is overlapped with 2 and 3, and so on. This kind of, which means those clusters sharing the features of the data points, isn't it? What it is? In non-exclusive or overlapping clusters is also called as non-exclusive clusters. Okay, in non-exclusive or overlapping cluster, point may belong to multiple clusters. Okay, the given individual data points may belong to multiple clusters. Right, this clustering is used to represent that an object can belong to more than a single cluster. Like, for example, what is a real-time example for this? One person may act as or may play 2 roles. Like, okay, one person may be studying in one college, and he may work somewhere into part time, okay, by doing some part time job. So or within the same organization, he may teach some subject to lower classes. Okay, So that kind of situations is called overlapping situations, right? One person may act as a student as well as a tutor. Okay, so that is called overlapping cluster example. Next one is fuzzy. So what is fuzzy clustering here? Fuzzy clustering in the sense, here it is almost near to a overlapping cluster itself, but with small difference. What is the difference in the sense? It can tell the weightage of that particular overlapped data point. Now, this is the overlapped data point. Actually, this is one cluster and this is another cluster, isn't it? So in cluster 1, we have 4 data points exclusively or well-defined clusters, and cluster 2 is also having 4 points, but here the fifth data point is also there. Okay, that is belonging to cluster 1 and cluster 2. Okay, if we can assign each data point weight is 1, if we can assign each data point weight is 1, so how much percentage belonging to the cluster 1, how much percentage belonging to the cluster 2? Okay, it may be 0.2 and 0.8, it may be 0.2 and 0.8. Okay, which means cluster 1 has the features of this particular node, the given data point. Assume this is data point, this data point is assigned with the value of 1. Okay, value of 1. So this data point weightage in cluster 1 is 0.2. This data point weightage in cluster 2 is 0.8. So total, if you calculate the total weightage of this particular data point is 1. 0.2 plus 0.8 is obviously it's 1, right? So like that, in fuzzy clustering, each and every data point may has its weight, so that weight is particularly purely belonging to that particular cluster or not. If it is shared, that if the data point is shared, how much percentage is belonging to a cluster 2 and how much percentage is belonging to a cluster 1, we must define here, we must write here. This is 0.5, here also 0.5. So this data point, weightage in cluster 1 is 0.5, cluster 2 is also 0.5. Okay, so this is called fuzzy clustering. In fuzzy clustering, every object belong to a cluster within a membership, weight that is between 0 and 1. Okay, every object belonging to a cluster with a membership weight. That membership weight is in between 0 to 1 here. So if in fuzzy clustering, we often impose that the sum of the weights of an object must be 1. Sum of the weights of the objects must be 1. This is the fuzzy clustering here. Now, the last one is complete clustering versus partial clustering. Complete clustering means, suppose here I have different data points. Right? Okay, here I have multiple data points. So the total data points can be divided into two clusters. Okay, I can have two clusters. Total data points are belonging to these two clusters itself. There is no outliers. Okay, there is no extra data points are left in this example, isn't it? So this kind of clustering is called a complete clustering. Let us see the definition. What is the complete clustering? A complete clustering is assigns a complete clustering assigns every object to a cluster. So assume this is cluster. So every object to a cluster. Here we have assigned these objects to this cluster itself, but these are only 50% belongs to this cluster. Even though we have added these points into this group only. Why? Because it's not possible to leave those data points alone. If you want to make this complete clustering concept, then you should follow this. And second one is here also same, right? The total all the data points you can make it into single cluster. This is a complete clustering. And coming to the partial clustering. What is a partial clustering? In partial clustering, you can gather this is one group and this is one group. So now we are going to remove the outliers. We won't bother about the data points which are very far to the clusters. These two are the very far to this cluster, and this one also very far to this particular cluster. So that's why we won't bother these points. Just the similarity. Okay, whatever the data points are closer to one another, then we are going to make those are the one cluster here, right? So while grouping a clusters or while making a clusters, if some data points are not covered, then such kind of data points are called the outliers. This kind of clustering is called partial clustering. It's almost near to the partitional clustering here. Partitional clustering just we have seen in previous slide. So almost it is near to that particular clustering. Here we can see three kinds of outliers. See, partial clustering, some of the data points are left alone. Some of the data points are left alone as outliers or noise. These types of partial clustering is used in identifying the outliers in a data points. Outliers analysis is also one of the concept, right? If you want to identify the outliers, okay, if you want to analyze the outliers, then you may use this partial clustering here, right? These are the different types of clusterings. What are those? Those are hierarchical versus partitional, exclusive versus overlapping versus fuzzy, and complete versus partial clusterings. Right? Thank you.